Hey guys, what's going on? It is Andy Elliott. I've decided today to make a video, how to change your life in 2025. By the way, if you're watching this right now, if you don't have the bank account that you want, if you're literally looking in the mirror, you're not proud of yourself, if you're not proud of your business, if you thought you would be further along by now, right? This is the video that you want to watch from the beginning all the way to the end. I'm pouring it all out on this video. By the way, this is a value added video. So it's very simple. It adds value to your life. All I need you to do is believe that you're worth it to be with me for the next 15 to 20 minutes. And by the way, guys, I've been able to transform and change my life. I've done more in the last 4 years than most people will do in 40 freaking lifetimes. So I always say, you're immensely qualified to help people with anything that you've overcome in your life and help them overcome that in their life. And by the way, this is called How to Change Your Life. Look, at the end of your life, when they click your light out, right? And you're done, it's over. You're going to end up doing one thing. You're going to go to heaven. And I believe God's going to have this chart. And I wrote this down. God has a chart at the end of your life. Who are you supposed to be? And I'm going to slow down for a minute. I'm going to tell you guys something. A lot of you right now are living a freaking lie. Okay? Someone has labeled you. They told you who you were. You told you who you were. And that's a freaking lie. And the crazy thing about a lie, I want you to understand something. A lie becomes the truth once you believe it. I want you to think about that, man. Like, I'm going to tell you the truth. By the way, I'm not bringing nothing today to the table except for the freaking truth. And some of you right now, I want you to listen to me. I'm going to change on this video over 1 million people's lives, guarantee. It could be 100 million. But I want you to listen to what I said. Once you believe a lie, it becomes a freaking truth. How many of you right now, you think and you're sold and you're programmed in your mind that this is how your life's going to go? That's a freaking lie. And I did it for 40 years. And you know what? I'm going to tell you something, man. You know, it's beautiful to be on the other side of that and be able to teach this to you right now. But whether you're 16 years old, you're freaking 10, you're 80 years old, you're a male, you're a female, you're a mother, you're a father, you're single, you're dead, Ian, I'm broke, and you have not a single, you're negative in your bank account, which I've been there, right? I am you, you or me. Or whether you're at the top of your freaking business, you're crushing it right now, but you're looking back at your life and you're like, man, I've gained success, I've gained money, and I look back on my life and I'm not proud of it. I'm disconnected with my family. I'm not close to my kids. I'm out of freaking shape. Was that all worth it? Dude, at the end of our life, God's going to have a chart for us, okay? And he's going to show you one. And I'm 45 years old, and there's going to be this one over here, right? Which is the chart that I believed when I was 40 years old, and I'm 45 right now, that God was going to have for me. I saw that, and I said, dude, over my dead body, am I going to miss that chart? When I go to heaven, God's going to say, dude, you crazy freaking SOB. You got off the line, but you always came freaking back. Here I am. I'm in the best shape of my life. I run a 9-figure company. I'm literally in the best relationship ever with my family, my wife and my kids. I'm a great leader. I'm proud of the decisions I make. I don't make decisions based off money. I help other people become great. That's who you're supposed to freaking be. And I want to freaking just shake the hell out of some of you right now because you're living in mediocrity. That stuff's crawling all over you and you don't like it, but you don't know how to move. You're like paralyzed. You're freaking frozen. It's because you're around the wrong people and you're walking among the dead. When you live among the dead, you're going to become dead too. So listen, this is going to be a tactical training video. I'm going to run this all the way down, and I want you to understand something. At the end here, I'm going to go over my 2 biggest weaknesses, and I'm going to tell you how I beat them. And by the way, a lot of you, you're the same as me because we're the same, and your 2 weaknesses, I bet they're my 2 weaknesses. Plus, you're going to have to make a decision at the end of this video. You're either going to be one of 4 types of people. Who are you going to be at the end of your life? Okay, so I want you to do me a favor right now. Grab a pen, grab a piece of paper. Remember, what's written is retained. If you don't write something down at the end of this training video, this is all information. You're going to get inspired. You're going to get motivated, but you're not going to freaking change. And this video is called How to Change Your Freaking Life, right? So if you want to change your life, write down right now. What's your life look like right now? Just a couple things. Ready? We're going to go through an audit. Are you ready? Number 1, who are your friends? Are they negatively peer pressuring you? Like, let's go to the bar, let's have a drink, let's go do drugs. Let's go be lazy, let's watch a football game. Or are they positively peer pressuring you? Hey, let's go to the gym. Let's become better leaders. Let's spend time self-developing. Let's go to this mastermind, right? Like, is that what they're doing? Guys, I appreciate you watching the How to Change Your Life in 2025 video. I know if some of you have watched my journey, you saw in 4 years, I've been able to do more than most people could do in 40 freaking lifetimes. You see this house I'm at right now? This is a beautiful house up in the mountains in Scottsdale, Arizona. These are things that I once dreamed of that today I live because I decided to reach out and get a coach and push myself. Look, Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan, the greats, dude, they were in the NBA. And they also still went and got Tim Grover with the TAC Academy to push them to the next level on top of their NBA coach because they wanted to be 1% better every day. People that want to become great don't want coaching, they demand it. And so if you're looking for that psycho coach to really push you hard, who honestly is just like you, that's me. Guys, there's a link below right now in the description box. Fill out your name, your phone number, and then I will reach out to you in the next few hours. Guys, I love you. I appreciate you. Let's change your life in 2025. Fill that out now. I'll reach out. Let's get back to the video. Dude, are your top 2 or 3 friends right now, are they pushing you to be better people or not? So audit that. And then what are the places you're going to? Right? Are you going out on the weekends, or do you find yourself on the weekends staying home with your family, spending some time with them? And by the way, if you're young right now and you're watching this, are you spending your time training? Are you doing this constantly so you can develop yourself so you can become a winner? Right? Most people, they spend their whole life working hard. You got to work harder on yourself than you do on your job. Yes, you got to be the hardest worker in the room, but if you don't work on yourself, you're finished. And that's the secret. That's the hack. That's the shortcut. I just gave it to you. So at the end of your life, right? God's chart for you right now, I want you to understand this. You're not guaranteed tomorrow. Some of you, you're not going to make it to 26 years old. You're not going to make it to 46. You're not going to make it another year. Some of you are going to be alive for 40 more years. I'd rather live 30 years as a lion than 100 years as a freaking sheep. Okay, it's time to start emptying the tank and giving it all. So number 1, your physical fitness. What are you supposed to look like? Okay, would you like to be unrecognizable in 6 months? You can be. What about when you walk into the room? Do you want everybody to look up to you and go, man, I want to be like her. Man, I want to be like him. Man, I want to live like that. Man, yeah, look, I want results. I want goals. I want standards, all those things. Who do you want to be? At the end of your life, is God going to say, dude, you fell off, but you always came back. I'm proud of you. Or is he going to show you what your life could have looked like? And you're like, no freaking way. Dude, I was supposed to be earning $5 million a year. I freaking made $50,000 a year, $100,000 a year. Dude, I was so stressed out my whole life. I was supposed to be happy and at peace. What? I promise you already know what God's chart has in store for you. And it's time for you to wake the hell up on this call. Okay? So first of all, my story, very quick, 30 seconds. By the way, most people, they have an identity on the way that they were raised, the things that they saw when they've grown up, the experiences they've been through. My mom left when I was 2. Dad, Jerry Springer shit show. People coming in and out of the house, mom, dad divorced 6, 7, 8 times. Guess what happens? Made bad grades. I thought I was a bad learner. I always thought I wasn't good at school. You know what? I never had anybody tell me I could be great. That was my biggest deal. Never had a leader. Got in sales at 18 years old. Learned that sales and leadership can make you rich. I would work my freaking butt off until I was 39 years old, thinking that if I just made enough money, it would solve every problem in my life. At 39 years old, I quit my job making $2.5 million a year, and I went dark. I recreated my life. I changed my freaking life. I stopped chasing the money and I chased the freaking man. I started telling myself a new story. See right here, I broke my bloodline. I recreated my DNA. I freaking wrote a new story. Okay? Look, you can't change your story up today. As a matter of fact, I wouldn't want to. Everything that you've been through in your life is getting you ready for what you're going to go through next. Some of you right now, stop playing the victim. I wrote that right here. Stop playing the victim. Everything that happened to you happened for you. So I believe I got one life, and as I go through it, I learn lessons, and that's how you change your life. You've been going through a freaking mastermind every single day since the day you were born. Wake up, look around you, look at the losers, look at the winners. If you do what the losers are doing, you're going to have the loser life. If you look at what the winners are doing, you're going to have the winner life. And some of you right now, you're a hater and you're a critic, and you see people that are doing things that you're afraid to do, and you should be going out there and doing those things. Step 1 to change your life is forget what other people think about you. You're going to look like an idiot, and most likely everybody that's with you in your freaking life right now is not going to support you on this new journey to become this new person. It's just the truth. You're going to go through a phase where when you get out of prison and you're on, the prison is your old life, and you're on your way to the promised land, you're freaking in the middle. And that point is usually when you're alone and you got to decide who the hell you want to be. Because if you don't know who you want to be, you can't change your life because other people are going to step in every 30 seconds and tell you who they think you should be. How many of you right now, other people will put a boundary on you on what you're freaking going to do in your life and you've become sold on it? It's time to break the freaking mold. Everybody right now, comment below, next play. Right now, next play, next play, next play. No more divided hearts. No more divided soul. No more divided loyalty. You can't be divided and win. If so, you're going to end up in purgatory between prison and the promised land. You're going to be stuck in the middle your whole freaking life. Is that what you want? That's not on God's chart. So I wrote this down for you guys. If nothing changes, nothing changes. Nothing happens in a comfortable environment. Listen, if it doesn't challenge you, it doesn't change you. If it's not hard, it's not good for you. If it's easy, it's not worth it. When's the last time you did something easier in your life and you were proud of yourself? Never. Every time you've suffered and you worked for something, at those times you felt more alive than ever. Am I right? Dude, listen, I want you to hear me out and I want you to feel me, okay? Because I'm living proof. I lived for 40 years trying to look for the hack. I lived for 40 years believing that there was a shortcut. I lived in 40 years believing that people like me couldn't go do what some of these things that I was watching other people do. It was all a lie. Do hard stuff. Find yourself into rooms with people that are way better than you. Get around people who positively peer pressure you. You know what that means? These people tell you the cold, hard truth. They don't feed you ice cream and make you feel good like a 2, 3, 4, and 5-year-old. You know what they do? They freaking push you, man. They tell you what they see in you, and then they push the hell out of you to become that. You know what? If you don't have someone in that life, in your life right now like that, you know what? I'll be that person for you. Okay, I know this is social media. You're watching it. Let me tell you this. I care. You know why? Because everything that happened to me can actually happen to you, and even bigger if I'm your coach. Guys, I appreciate you watching the How to Change Your Life in 2025 video. I know if some of you have watched my journey, you saw in 4 years, I've been able to do more than most people could do in 40 freaking lifetimes. You see this house I'm at right now? This is a beautiful house up in the mountains in Scottsdale, Arizona. These are things that I once dreamed of that today I live because I decided to reach out and get a coach and push myself. Look, Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan, the greats, dude, they were in the NBA. And they also still went and got Tim Grover with the Tack Academy to push them to the next level on top of their NBA coach because they wanted to be 1% better every day. People that want to become great don't want coaching, they demand it. And so if you're looking for that psycho coach to really push you hard, who honestly is just like you, that's me. Guys, there's a link below right now in the description box. Fill out your name, your phone number, and then I will reach out to you in the next few hours. Guys, I love you. I appreciate you. Let's change your life in 2025. Fill that out now. I'll reach out. Let's get back to the video. And now I want to talk to you about some of my own personal struggles because I know all of us are different, okay? Number one, I said, if it doesn't challenge you, it doesn't change you. I put, identify what your weaknesses are. Can you guys do that for me? I want you to write that down. I need to identify what my weaknesses are, and then I need to battle my weaknesses daily. I'm going to explain something to you. The old Andy Elliott, the guy that I hated, he's still around. Yeah, he's lurking back here somewhere in the freaking back somewhere, but he can't come out. See, I kill that guy every day, but he never disappears. So I know that the day I stop battling is the day that guy's coming back out. And over my dead body am I going to let that happen. You follow my play and you listen to what I'm about to say, and you listen to what I've said since the beginning of this training, I promise you, you will never be the same again. And some of you, I need you to understand this. You're going to need to watch this video 100 freaking times. Yeah, I said it. You need to watch it 100 times. And some of you also know someone right now that's going through something tough. You need to send them this video right now. And if you're not subscribed to my channel, if you're not, make sure you subscribe right now. and click the notification because I'm dropping videos like freaking fire. So you want to be subscribed and you also want to make sure your notifications are on. So that way when I drop that fire sucker, dude, you're one of the first people on there and it's going to change your life. All right. So what is your, identify what your weaknesses are. These were my 2 things. I'm going to share mine with you and then we're going to make the decision, which is going to be one of 4 types of people and you make the call. Who are you going to be? I know what I'm going to do. But you're going to have to make this decision. But I want to share, I want to get vulnerable and tell you my 2 things that I really sucked at. Number 1, I was a horrible test taker. I hated studying. I hated taking tests. And you know what? I realized that I was the problem. Most of the time, the enemies in your life aren't in some far off distant land. It was right here. I was the one for the first 18 years of my life that told everybody I had a learning disability. I'm not a good test taker. I'm not good at studying. What am I doing? I'm literally labeling myself. What a fool. You know what I learned? Is that I'm actually really coachable. I'm actually super good at learning, but I learn different than most people. Some of you guys, you're visual learners. Some of you guys can just hear something and retain it. I have to write stuff down. I learned that whatever I want to learn, and that's why I keep telling you, grab a pen, what's written is retained. Why? Because that's how I learned. I believed I had a learning disability forever, but what I learned is that if I would learn something, you say something to me, and I would write it down, and then I would rewrite it on another piece of paper. If I would write it down at least 7 to 8 times, I know that sounds crazy. You're like, oh my God, that's a lot of work. You know what's a lot of work? Going through life being a freaking loser. You know what's a lot of work? Saying that that's a lot of work. Whenever I learn that would make me millions of dollars and change my whole life. If I write something down 7 or 8 times, I know it. My brain started to jump ahead and say, wait a minute, bro, you know that. And that's how I became dangerous at word tracks and sales. Okay? So I just want to tell you that this right here, test taking, I always thought I sucked at it. Now, I don't know what yours is, but that was one of my biggest weaknesses. By the way, anything that is a skill can be learned. And how have I created a badass life? You know how? By learning skill. So you better become good at learning. And secondly, you better fall in love with learning. All right, second thing, my mind. Dude, this is a big one. Remember what I told you is that if there's a lie, but you believe it, it becomes the truth. Even if it's a lie. Somebody says you're a loser and you start to believe you're a loser. That's a lie, bro. You're not a freaking loser, man. God didn't build you to be a loser. Promise you. That is a lie, and the devil wants you to believe that lie. My mind, I'm going to give you my hack. It's not my friend. My mind's not my friend. It's never wanted anything good for me. When I'm on my own and I'm by myself, you know what? I learned as I was thinking about things, I would think small. I would talk myself out of making ballsy decisions and taking big risks and, believing that I could do these things and my dream would start to fade. And I was like, man, what the hell's going on? So you know what I did? I realized that every morning, I want you to write this down, every morning, that means every day, 365 days a year, I would wake up every morning and I would watch something for 30 minutes every morning and I would reprogram my mind just like you reprogram a freaking computer. And over the next few years, I would kill off that quitting mind. I would kill mediocrity inside of my mind. And even till this day, I study every freaking day. I'm a psycho competitor, learner, and student, and I reprogram my mind every day because over my dead body am I going backwards. And so for some of you right now that you want to change your life, I just gave you my 2 biggest weaknesses. And if you can identify that you have those 2, I just told you how to beat it. Okay, we got to make a decision. Who do you want to be? One of 4 people. And I need you to comment below. Don't be one of these people that don't comment. I want to know. And by the way, if you're going to be one of these other people, I'm not going to judge you. I'm not going to be disappointed in you. I just want to know who you're going to be. Let's go through them right now. Number 1, you got 4 choices. Number 1, you're going to be no one. When you die, 6 months after you die, no one will ever know your name. I love you. I love you. I don't wish that for you, but you have to make the decision. Because the decisions you make today will shape the future you have tomorrow. And the life you have today was based on the decisions you made yesterday. So if you want to change your life, we're going to make decisions right now. Who do you want to be? And then we're going to execute and attack viciously. Number one, you're going to be no one. Number two, you're going to be the best of the average, which means if you're around 10 people in your circle and you're the best of the 10 people in your circle, so you want to be the best of the average. Is that you? Number three, you want to be a one-timer. I know some of these people. I run into them quite often. They like to tell me their old war stories about the days they lived this life and they gave their best. However, today, they're not. I call that very uninspiring. I'm glad that you did something one time. The sad thing is that when you go to heaven on God's chart, he was going to tell you and he will show you that that was what you're supposed to do your whole freaking life. So will you be a one-timer? Or number four, will you be the example for others and will you make history? It's all your choice. Listen, guys, I come to you in this video today to share with you that there's a whole nother life and that life can't be gotten to. You can't get to that life, that one that you deserve, that one that you're going to earn until you make a decision. If I could show you what your life looked like on the other side of making a decision on this video right now to change your life, not only would you change your life in 2025, but at the end of your life, you won't die with regrets. I can tell you guys, death isn't uncontrollable. It's coming for all of us at some point. When they go to click your light out, the question is, will you leave your mark on this world or won't you? If you guys are with me, you will leave your mark. You know why? Because I'm absolutely batshit crazy. And if you take any successful person and you crack them open, you bet your freaking butt they are crazy. They don't make statues of the haters and the critics. They make statues of the crazy dreamers. When is the last time you saw them make a statue of a normal person? When's the last time you saw a normal person and go, man, I want to be like them? This is an abnormal way to live, and I'm inviting you to join me on this road. Guys, I love you. Do me a favor, comment below. Tell me your favorite part of the video. Share it with someone who you know that this can help, right? Share it with 50 people, okay? Watch it over and over. And then, like I said, man, we got one life. Let's make it count. Let's go kick butt. Love you guys. Subscribe to the channel. I'll see you in the next video.